So the answer to the question is yes, 100% yes. Kittanning has gotten far better in 2020. We just need to figure out how much. So it's time for our third Kittanning residential property survey. So today I'm gonna go and start doing that. I don't have my sidekick Kevin with me today, but hopefully he'll be with me before we actually finish it up. I'd have a couple of hours free, so I'm gonna try to see how many I can look at today. Sorry, I know I went in the wrong direction. I need a new wheelbarrow. I don't know what happened, but after the Tabernacles event we did at the church, I had my old junky wheelbarrow there, and it was just sitting outside, and I thought, no one would ever take this wheelbarrow. It's all patched together, it's rusted through, it's not even worth scrap. And someone took it, so I need another wheelbarrow. So that's a pretty big upgrade for me on the wheelbarrow front, but I still can't imagine that someone actually wanted my other one. So if you find it on the trail or something, like a wheelbarrow that looks like it's total junk, or just like you see a pile of garbage, and it might be my wheelbarrow. So if you see it, please let me know. I still would like it back. It's sentimental value, it's been with me from the beginning of my garden and through all the summer serve projects. It's just, I'm sad. I'm sad that it's gone. There's one of the improvements. I know the courthouse is going to look significantly better next year, and I've heard that the cupola project is ahead of schedule as well. So who knows? Maybe even by early to mid 2021, we'll see the courthouse looking brand spanking new. Well, as new as a 150-year-old building can look. You know what I mean? There's another spot right here that's going to get a pretty drastic facelift. The site of the old junior high school. So the borough hosted a meeting at the church a couple weeks back, and I was able to go and at least take a look. But it's not, they're putting a big apartment complex here. It's going to be 62 and over from my understanding. Some of them will be for lower income, but most of them will be at market rate apartments. And so it should be a really beautiful addition to here. I know a lot of people have been kind of opposed to that all the way back to a couple years ago when we did the first video after they tore down the junior high here. However, after I saw the plans, it looks like it's going to be a really, really beautiful apartment. Actually, I took some pictures, so let me show you those now. So it'll be a 30-unit apartment building, but it's not going to look like, I don't know, it doesn't look like the apartment buildings that I remember growing up. This place looks really, really nice. Similar architectural style to the Kittanning cottages. Lord knows we need new housing in Kittanning. We need buildings that were built in this century, and so that's going to be helpful no matter what. And it'll be something that will go onto the tax rolls over the next 10 years, so that'll be good too. Not only that, but there's enough space here that the apartment complex will go here, and down at the end they're reserving a spot that'll be future commercial use. So you never know, if they can find the right tenant, they'll actually build a building there. We might have one more business in Kittanning out of this as well. So I know for some of you that might not be your preferred option for what would go there, but it's certainly better than what it was. It's certainly better than it is right now. And it's new housing, it's new building, it's new infrastructure that we desperately need in town. So even though it's not what many of us would consider the highest and best possibility, it's still going to be very good, and it should be good for the borough long term. All right, let's go look for some houses now, finally. Here's our first majorly improved house that I found. A friend of mine actually owns that one. They have done an incredible job over the past year improving that place. New paint job, new roof, new pretty much everything on that place by the time they're done. New roof on this place as well. Drove like half a block and already found two. And I didn't even notice this last one. Many places, of course, don't look any different, and that's okay too. It's a process. done this several times now, and obviously I drive around Kittanning a lot, but man, such an underrated inventory of housing here. Just the architectural uniqueness of every house is something that is really rare in this day and age, and I don't know. It's part of the reason that I believe so much in the comeback of Kittanning. From a perspective of it being a bedroom community, there's just so much potential. Had to get out of the car to look at a couple for summer surf here, and I caught a glimpse of this one again. What a beautiful paint job. This house right here is like maybe most improved house of the year. It looks so good. Never did find out who owns it, but new roof, new paint colors. I love the color scheme. It's just wonderful. Did a couple more streets, and then it's not quite as good as I had hoped so far, but you know, see if we can find some other ones. We need some more glimmers of hope here. Still improvement so far, just not quite as drastic as I was thinking. Oh, there we go. Forgot about this one. Look at that. Look at how nice that looks. Almost totally redone here a few months ago. Okay, I'm gonna try to do 2 more streets. Run out of daylight here, but making real good progress. Probably almost a quarter of the way done. Well, that's a wrap for today. Found quite a few more good ones. Some streets that hadn't changed a whole lot, but you know, we never know until we look at the actual numbers. So let's go do that. Okay, so I got back to the office here, analyzing the numbers, and now that I'm realizing I'm almost a third of the way through for this year's. And it was better in some ways than last year and worse than some ways. So last year's numbers, we had 30 houses that were like completely changed and transformed, 52 total that were noticeably better. That includes those 30. And then 2 that were noticeably worse. So far this year, we have 6 that went down to a score of 0. So that means they're completely done. 12 that were improved, and 1 that was so far worse. So just not quite a third of the way through, and we'll be more than a third of the way there as far as houses that have totally improved, and not quite as many that are completely done. So we'll see if that keeps up. We'll do the other 2/3 on another day. I probably need about maybe 4 more hours to drive around town, and if I have a helper with me, it'll go a little bit faster. But overall, I'm pretty pleased. It's not, as I was driving around, I was thinking, man, it doesn't seem like there's as many as last year. But and when you look at the data, this is why it's important to actually use hard numbers. When you look at the data, we're on pace. I think it's going to be pretty similar change to last year, and last year was really wonderful. I guess that's it. I don't have the full story for you yet, but I figured I'd at least get you an update. I said I would do this in November. It's November 27th. So I don't know if I'll finish by the end of November or not, but I'll certainly have a full report for you sometime by the beginning of December. And either way, it's getting better around here. That's unmistakable. It's undeniable. Those of you that continue to think that Kittanning is just getting worse and worse and worse, I have great news for you. You're dead wrong. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button for me. That's super helpful. Leave your comments down below. Always appreciate those. And if you haven't yet, you should totally subscribe. We're only 2 years into this journey of Kittanning 300. We're going until the year 2027. So we have 7 more years to complete. So there's going to be some more videos. And I don't know, you should probably be around for it. Oh, one more thing. I almost forgot. Tina finished her window decorating masterpiece. Turned out beautiful. Lots of little details in here as well. You got Santa climbing up and down. You got my childhood train. Now this year there's no judges going around and picking the best window, so we're not going to win in an obvious way like that. But this year they're voting on Facebook, so I'm going to put a link to the post on Facebook, and you can go to the DKI page, look through all the windows there, give it your honest assessment, and then vote on which one you think is best. And then if you can just let me know in the comments who you voted for and why you picked State Farm.